dumbest thing we've ever done. I'm here for it.
I'm loving it.
Oh, goodness gracious. Hola, Chiapas, y bienvenido a The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay, I am drinking some fruit punch in my fabulous new tumbler that I got. But I just looked over at my coffee stand, and I'm actually going to go grab something really quick because I just realized that I have
Ooh.
an Azul Peltre coffee mug.
Ooh.
And I just looked over and realized it. So,
Ooh.
that was God. Yeah. Anyway. But I'm not using it today. Because I don't have any need for it. Just like how I'm also not using, but it is still present and accounted for, cup mug.
Mine's way at the bottom of my bed. Let me use it.
It's okay.
I got it with my feet.
Oh, good. And Lana will tell you where to get it. But if you haven't noticed, we're tired today, so we are having a cute little slumber party episode of The Cup today. So that's what's happening.
Hola, you guys. I'm Lana, your resident evil yet sleepy diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I loves me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up. I'm not drinking tea because I'm sleepy and I don't have any sleepy time tea, but I'm just drinking water because, you know. What happened? But you can get your cup mug at LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com. And we do ship internationally. So there are no excuses. And I'm looking at you, Mexico. I'm looking at all of you. Every commenter, get you a cup mug. Purr.
I'm David Healy, La Más Cansada. And I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. And I already wore this week, but
you didn't have to tell them.
Oh, well, they needed to know. I have to be honest. I wore this for a different podcast, but I don't usually wear the same shirt twice in
the same week.
In the same month even. But I wanted to wear something blue, and this fit the color theme the most. And it is Ben de la Creme. And look, she's laying down on the shirt, but now it looks like she's standing up.
I kind of love that.
With a crick in her neck or something.
Good. Good.
And I am drinking agua.
Agua.
Good job.
We're all wearing blue today, you guys, because we love Mas Draga so much.
We do.
And we have been having a blast. Just because we're tired, we're still here because
that's true.
We could not do this. Like, it's just so good. And with the runway theme, we were like, why not do the blue? Because first of all, blue's an amazing color.
I am actually going to use my Azul.
Use it.
I decided. Yeah, I think it's really cute. I don't have that much of this drink left, but I'm just going to.
I have a blue drink too.
Ooh.
It's actually a glass cleaner. I probably shouldn't drink that.
Don't drink that. My label is blue of my Niagara water.
Here we go. Much better.
We're just all blue, but not in a bad way today because we're actually pretty happy.
We're more like blue dabba dee dabba die than
blue dabba dee dabba die. Yeah,
than blue river.
Blue river.
That's a song.
That's Moon River.
That is a song.
Oh shit! It's nighttime. Anyway,
I mean, I'm about to say Leanne Rimes had a blue song. Blue.
Oh, that is one of my favorite songs. Actually,
I like that.
I'll take that.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take that. But yes, we are here. It is the 7th episode of the 6th season of Mas Draga. Happy to report, still very much so enjoying the season. This episode was something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to say it. I'm going to get it out of the way.
Get it.
This doesn't mean I don't like the season. This is my least favorite episode so far.
Oh.
I got that for sure.
I can understand that.
Mm-hmm.
It was very long. And I understand why it was so long. But trying to watch this episode and remember everything that happened without taking notes, because I watched this while I was at work, full transparency. And so I couldn't take notes while I was at work. But watching it, I was like, this is going on forever. Like, I understand them trying to show all the people in the rehearsal, but I'm like, could we just like knock this down a little bit? We don't have to show everybody in rehearsals, do we? Could we kind of like pick out the top 3, the best ones or the worst ones, whatever way you want to put it? No, we showed everything of everybody. And
I'm gonna be so honest. I skipped the recording your verse.
Yeah, I would have. I should have. Because it was so long. I watched it though. I watched everything.
I did skip one thing though.
I didn't skip any. You know what? How come I didn't get the memo and we were skipping stuff? Nobody told me we were skipping stuff.
I haven't skipped anything this season, but I was like, I hate these recording segments. I was just like, I'm not gonna.
Nobody told me we were skipping nothing because I watched the whole goddamn thing. It was like, it's still going. It's so long.
The only thing I skipped was when the host was doing her thing and thanking the sponsors and introducing.
How dare you skip Marisol?
Oh, I always skip that. I do skip that.
Oh, so you do skip.
I do skip. I lied because I always skip when Marisol start doing all that jibber jabbering about the sponsors.
But we need to hear about how BP is La Mas. I don't remember what she says. But
I could care less about
Zoe Water is La Mas refreshing. I don't know.
Refresca.
No, that's. I don't think that's it.
I don't care about all the sponsors. I skip all past that and wait till she say, let's start the runway, and then I jump back in.
Start the macumba
and you know what else I do skip? You know what else I skip?
Huh.
I skip the end of when
the altar.
No, I watched the altar. No, I watched the altar.
Okay.
No, I skipped the part where the judges are deliberating things. And they're like, I just put it, like, okay, who's the most, who's the least, who's the most, who's the least. All that jibber jabber talking, I don't need all that.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, despite us skipping many moments of this episode, we did still watch the episode. So
I did.
Johnny comes in looking lovely, as always.
It was jeans.
It was jeans.
It was jeans.
I loved it.
La Mas denim.
La Mas denim.
Exactly. But we find out, obviously, that this week's challenge is La Mas Azul Peltre. The most pewter blue.
Pewter blue.
Which is a compound that literally makes this kind of stuff. It's common in cookware, which is why people were wearing spoons on their garments, David.
Okay. Pewter reminds me of the thing I type on.
Yeah, that's my pewter.
Typing on my pewter.
And this is why everyone in the comments says that I'm La Mas informative, because I know what we're talking about.
And this is why everybody says David is hot, because
I'm La Mas guapo.
He might not be smart, everybody, but he's hot. Yeah.
I was trying to do brains, brawn, and beauty between the three of us, but I didn't want to call Lana the brawn.
She's the beauty. I'll be the brawn.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Well, look, I don't think the people would agree, but that's okay. I can be the brawn. I mean, I love the.
I'm definitely not, so I feel like it has to be you, Lana.
I feel like it has to be me because I feel like I want to take the gender roles and just just throw it out
Sure.
the window. Everybody thinks
Plus,
I could be brawny.
well, plus, I think
Yeah.
brawn, I think of strong, and you do have some of the strongest opinions out of anybody here. So I think that's
Period.
where I'm gonna go with it.
She's a strong woman.
I'm
A strong black woman.
I'm a strong black woman, and I don't take it no miss from nobody.
What's that from?
From every black
From
movie,
everything.
from every movie, or every time somebody wants to talk about a strong black woman.
Cue film archetype of strong,
So-
independent black woman. Like,
Scrolling up.
Yes, scroll up, keep
Literally.
scrolling.
keep scrolling. There we go. But yes, so we find out that that's the challenge. We get Alexis coming in. This is one of my favorite things she's worn.
Yeah,
I thought it was cute.
Alexis said, "I'm pissed, I'm upset, and I'm mad."
There's
And
no
I was like-
chiquiretto this week.
I was like, "What do you see?" And they're like,
Oh.
"Oh no, oh no, no,
Oh,
no, chicken this week, no, no."
How did you say it, Lana?
Just keep
Chicadera?
going. Just keep
Just
going,
keep
Logan.
going. Just
Jesus.
keep going.
Why do you always do this to me?
Just keep going.
Keep going. I hate you. Anyway,
gosh, I
oh
love
my
it.
god,
It's worse than David's pronunciation of things. Shit. But
I hate you.
no, you don't. Um,
I'm a strong
Alexis,
black woman, and I hate you.
Oh my god.
Oh,
This
jeez.
is a mess. Okay, so Alexis announces that obviously there's no chiquiretto this week. Instead, it's a mega challenge.
Ooh.
And I was like,
Megaleg.
Megaleg!
I was like, oh, wrong show.
I know, I was like, mega!
Megaleg.
I'll take that. I'll take mega challenge. Seems very familiar to a concept we know very well on drag programming, but regardless, we're doing a musical with an
Okay.
M. We
With
have
an
to make
M.
sure we remember to say musical with an M.
My hand is up. My hand
Go
is
for
up.
it.
Lamas fans, Lamas people.
Oh no, you're gonna piss everyone off.
And you might be mad at me. And if you, this is my opinion. It has no ramification of what the podcast thinks. This is all Lana. But this is my first time watching Lamas. This is all of my first time watching Lamas. Y'all told us to watch it. We watched him.
Yeah.
And everybody told us this is not like RuPaul's Drag Race. And I said, great, because we are indoctrinated with so much RuPaul's Drag Race that we need something different from RuPaul's Drag Race. And I was excited. And I'm still excited, by the way. But here we go. We watch this show week after week after week. And they say, I mean, people getting mad about stuff like, don't be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race because this is not like RuPaul's Drag Race. This is
Don't
a
say
totally,
those gringo words.
Don't say those gringo words. Don't do all that stuff because this is so different. We are totally different. And every week I watch it, I'm like, this is the same thing as RuPaul's Drag Race. And now we're throwing in a rusical, but it's musical.
With an M, Lana.
It's a
Oh, for Mas.
musical.
La Mas Musical.
A mas musical instead of a rusical. We got a runway, but not a runway. It's called something else. We got mini challenges, but it's not a mini challenge. It's not a mini challenge. It's what it says. It's
Un chiquiretto.
yeah. But it's the same goddamn format, and it's okay. It's okay that it's the same format, but don't try to act like this is a totally different show away from what it is. Yes, you are produced all fully in Mexico, and I'm like, yes, do that. That's beautiful. It's perfect. It's great. But y'all been telling me, y'all tried to gaslight me. Y'all playing in my face because y'all told me this is gonna be totally different from RuPaul's Drag Race. And every episode I'm watching, I'm like, this is the same thing I've been watching all week from RuPaul's Drag Race.
But
And then
better.
now it's good. It's good. It's good, but it's the same thing. Don't try to gaslight us, y'all. It's okay to have similar formats because guess what? The format works. I'm
And
not mad at the
yeah.
format. It's just don't try to gaslight me and say it's not the same thing when it's pretty much the same thing. And we throwing in musicals and musicals at the same time. Like this week, I done watched two musicals from two different genres of two different productions, but I watched two musicals.
Okay. I'm about to watch 3.
I'm about to watch 3 because there's another one coming up. So I'm just saying, don't try to tell me that y'all ain't the same when y'all format is the same, but it's still good. And I still enjoy it and I like it. But that's just my opinion. Just me. Just me. Y'all can be mad at me. Y'all can come at me in the comments. I'm a big girl. I'm a strong black woman. I can take it. And there go my mic.
I mean, it's a very similar kind of formatting. I will say that it's challenge, runway, lip sync, but those are like the tenets of the things. At the end of the day, we're watching these shows to see who is the most well-rounded drag artist, and so I think in that case, like, because I mean, Dragula, similar format, different challenges, different kind of drag they are portraying.
No musical,
actually,
not yet. We have rock bands there. If I think of, I don't know, Camp Wanakiki, similar format, different outcomes. Like, I mean, it ultimately comes down to that. And for the longest time, I will say Lamas was the only major drag platform in Mexico. That has now since changed with Drag Race Mexico, obviously. But I think and I'm not saying that you don't enjoy it, Lana, because I know you fundamentally enjoy Lamas.
I enjoy it so much.
Like seeing, with how much Drag Race I've consumed over the last 15 years, I love that this feels different enough to still keep me intrigued. And like we've talked, as soon as this season of Lamas is over, we're probably going to maybe take like a couple weeks off and then start watching the other seasons that we haven't watched, because this format works. It's very entertaining. I think the people that they have on there are entertaining. I like that there's differences in like the judging panel, in the way that they judge, and the fact that they change hosts every season. I think that's really fun. And like the host has nothing to do with the judging, and the judges have nothing to do with hosting. Like I really enjoy that. There's enough differences to it with it still being the same sort of formatting that I really enjoy the most. And again, not saying you don't. But
I was about to say, because I do.
It's different enough to keep me engaged, for sure.
Good.
I don't know if David has any thoughts.
Agree.
Thanks. So,
David, just because we're laying down, don't mean you get to sleep on the job. Break it up, buddy.
I'm not laying down. I would like to make it very clear to you both and the audience. I'm not laying down. I might be laying back, but this chair is not that comfortable for this. No. David would know. He sat in one of them.
I have.
Which is also blue.
Ooh.
I really have a lot of blue in my wardrobe and in my house, is what I've learned. Anyway, yes, we have a musical. It's based on Sailor Moon, which I thought was really fun. I don't know Sailor Moon all that well.
I am the biggest. No, I don't know Sailor Moon.
I was going to say, I feel like I might know the most about Sailor Moon out of the three of us.
Probably.
So, I've seen a few episodes with people that I've dated. So I know enough about it to know that it exists and the characters involved.
I know Nehelenia.
Good job. I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. And you know what? Lana will too, very soon. But yeah, so we find out it's a musical. They get 1 day to do this. That's what impressed me the most about the musical on a whole, is the fact that they had 1 day to do it, whereas in Drag Race they usually have about 2 or 3. But yeah, we get the rehearsals. I don't know, because I skipped the recording verses part. Did they make it explicitly known that all of the verses were parodies of other songs that actually exist?
Yes.
Okay. So I just missed that.
Well, I didn't know at first because I don't know a lot of these songs, but then they did Ven Conmigo from Christina Aguilera, and I was
That's one
like,
of two that I knew.
okay, well, that was the one of one that I knew.
You're the one of one, the sexiest, the cuntiest, the baddest esoteric Bratz Sailor Moon character.
Exactly.
Anyway, I knew Ven Conmigo, and then I also knew Agüita by Dana Paula, because I'm pretty sure there was a Dana Paula song as a lip sync for Drag Race Mexico, and I really enjoyed it, so I looked into her music. So I'm pretty sure I've heard that. But there were songs like Gloria Trevi, who I know, Monica Naranjo, which I know. I didn't recognize the song that they did together, which was Chantel's song. I know of Thalia, obviously. But a lot of the people, unfortunately, I didn't know. But I like that concept that we're parodying songs that exist. I think that was a nice little like touch that made it different from other things I've seen that are similar.
I mean, we have seen parodies of RuPaul songs.
But that's RuPaul. I said songs that exist for real, David. No, I'm kidding. And then we don't get much from the Nyx Lounge stuff. The big thing is Ariel is claiming that Aries is being favored by production, and specifically by the judges. And I didn't really think that anyone would really like agree with that necessarily. And the Dimittra in confessional was like, I agree with that, because I'll get critiques like, oh my God, Dimittra, this is so good. And I loved Dimittra as the judges. I love Dimittra as the judges being like, oh my God, Aries, you're the best. You're the greatest. I was like, we're seeing Dimitra's character. I love it. It's like, we're getting so much personality out of her. She's the person that I think I've grown the fondest of out of this cast. I'm like, I just really like Dimittra.
That's fair.
And it's funny because at first I couldn't tell Dimittra and Cattriona apart for like 4 weeks.
I know, it's those two that I've had the biggest struggle with.
I think it's because they're mononym names. They both end in A. A lot of their looks the first couple of weeks were very like similar. And I mean, since we've seen like very, very different aesthetics from them both, clearly. It's all the mononymed people. I'm like, for the first 2 weeks, I'll be honest, I couldn't tell Cattriona, Dimittra, and Shantelle apart. But now I can, and I'm happy about it. But
here's what I have to say about the whole Aries being favored. I don't necessarily agree. I think that each week that she's done well and she's been in the top, she's kind of slayed it. So you could say she's being favored, or you could say that she's earning their favor. And that's what I'm seeing so far. So yeah, the girls can be bitter, they can be jealous, but that just means you should step it up, because she's kind of eating most of this group.
I agree. I was like, if you're going to complain about somebody being favored, yeah, I don't think it's. I mean, look, favor ain't fair. That's what my mama used to always tell me.
Yeah.
Favor is not fair, and it don't have to be fair. If you want the favor, you gotta earn it, and she's earning that favor from the judges because every week, like David says, she's killing it. She's stepping up the game. And apparently, even when she ain't at the best, she better than some of y'all. So.
Yeah.
Just step up. Look, step your pussy up, girl, as they say.
Right. Well, I think I agree. I think most weeks we've seen Aries so far, she's been doing very, very well. And we'll talk about this week, which is kind of the one time she's faltered in the competition so far, for me at least. But I think the interesting thing too is I liked hearing what Dimittra was saying, because I was like, I love hearing everybody's perspective. I love what Kylie was saying too before we hear from Dimittra, being like, yeah, Aries is doing very, very well with the judges. You want to know why? She's bringing consistently fabulous looks every single week. And that's just the tea. And I'm like, I appreciated Kylie being real in that moment. She's like, Is she doing well? Yes. Does she deserve to do well? Absolutely. Kyliezz is the other one that's growing on me, and I know I'm probably alone in that opinion as far as her, her drag is concerned on the show. But I'm really enjoying her. This season has been just so good. And such a nice, I said it earlier, but like such a nice change of pace from like the drag race that we've been trudging through all year, for lack of a better term. But shall we talk about the musical?
I'm down.
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Well, before we do that, per you all in the comments, we are going to talk about the judging panel. With our guest judges, Miranda, who are a duo.
Yep.
We'll talk about their song later. I really enjoyed their song. So.
Okay, I'm going to go first.
Please.
I feel like this is the weakest week for the judges. I think this is the weakest week for the judges. I don't think anybody stepped it up this week. I think even Latals look, as we've seen, some way better looks than this.
I do love Latals look.
I love the look, but we've seen way better.
This is what happens when you set the bar up here for yourself.
Right, up here for yourself, and it's like you have to reach up here.
Yeah,
and so
anything down here,
I'm like,
just seems too.
It just and even Gotti, I'm like, girl, you've been killing the game every week, and what is this? You wear a British cap on your head, soldier's cap, a British soldier cap on your head. It just, no, I wasn't feeling it. No, nobody looks exceptional this week for me. Nobody.
I think they just want to start the season strong and end it strong, and if they get
in the middle,
it's fine.
Well, I mean, they are, at the end of the day, they are also technically YouTubers. And as we know with podcast things at the start of the season get a lot of views, so you want to kind of have your best showing at the start of seasons and at the end of seasons. I agree with what y'all are saying. I actually think my favorite look this week is actually Marisol, because I loved having the rainbow in her ponytail. I love that the sort of like silver dress she has over it kind of had this like pewter blue sheen to it almost. If you looked at it in the right lighting, like with the lighting on it of the stage, I was like, oh, I kind of see. I don't know if that was intentional, but I did like it.
I mean, I felt like when she came out, I was like, oh, what is that?
She was so good last week.
Like
her
last
look
week
last week is the best she's looked for me.
Yeah, it just, I do love the rainbow hair though, but I was just like, it's something about the dress that felt very like Shein, Amazon type, like Forever 21. I don't know. It just seemed, but that's only because they've been so good. Like their looks have been so good these last few weeks, and this one was just lackluster. And then the guest judges, I don't even know if they knew what show they was coming on. They just,
I don't think they knew what
they
show
really
they were
did
on.
not.
They just grabbed something out the closet. It was
They're like, wow, this is a really cool show.
They had never watched Lamar a day in their life. They came
We're
in.
bigger experts on Lamar than they are.
I was like, did they bring an Argentinian duo because of Ankh?
I don't know, but
because Ankh is from Argentina.
All they did was grab they Sunday clothes out the and this ain't even like they Sunday best. This is like, we're just going to church.
This is what they change into after Sunday service to go get the food, because these are the looks that, if something spills, I'm not worried about it, but I'm not going to wear my good stuff. But
it's not first Sunday wear.
Yeah. What I want to know specifically from our viewers, so let us know in the comments. Y'all always do, and we appreciate you for it. I'm really loving Marisol as a host. I'm curious what the perception of the audience is who have seen all of the seasons, because we do know they change hosts every season. So I'm like, how are we feeling as far as Marisol hosting? Are we loving her? Is she the best host? Is she not the best host? I'm curious. So I'm going to put that out there into the ether. But I really enjoy her as a host.
Me too.
I enjoy her.
I'm going to be sad to not see her on other seasons.
I know. Right. I was like, oh no.
Don't
Well,
let
we
me
know
get used
we know
to.
next season is All Stars, so maybe they will bring back a past host. I think
Is
that
that
would be
for
cute.
sure? For sure?
That's what the commenters are telling us. And honest to God, I trust what they're saying 9 times out of 10. So
By
what
the
we've
way,
heard is that it's All Stars.
mhm. By the way, the guest judges, they're Miranda, right?
Mhm.
Miranda, correct.
Are you getting a specific Miranda from one of them?
Oh, I sure am, and I didn't want to bring it up.
Okay.
We don't acknowledge her anymore.
Oh
We don't.
gosh. Okay. We move.
Well, her name isn't even Miranda. It's like
I know.
something else. I wanted to throw Alexis in this slideshow because I do really think this look that she has in the musical is really cute.
I thought she did a great job with that part.
Absolutely.
I have a question for commenters.
Ooh.
What is Alexis's gender identity?
Oh, that's actually a really good question.
Yeah, I'm very curious because I honestly I get woman from her. I get woman.
Yes.
Like it's hard for me to even picture Alexis de-dragging and being like a man.
Alex.
Yeah, like I can't. So I would be very curious to know if she's like trans, non-binary, anything like that.
I'm going to go ahead and say, because I'm currently on her Instagram, go follow her Instagram at Alexis3XL. I want to say that you're correct.
Okay.
I don't know that to be true.
Well,
but I want to say
if I am correct, it's radiating, girl. It is radiating,
she is.
woman.
And I know this is the first season. I think that they've brought her in to be one of the coaches, and I love it. I love her. I cannot wait to watch her season of La Mas.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to see her.
And I mean, we don't have to wait very long in our rewatch because she's on season 2. But I'm very excited to watch her entire La Mas journey. That's what excites me the most.
Yeah.
About us going through. I guess we're gonna have to watch all 5 other seasons before All Stars comes out.
True.
Smile. I'm not mad at that though. I'm very excited to watch La Mas. So we're gonna talk about the first group of 4 in the music hall. We've got Kelly as the lead as Sailor Moon, Dimittra as Sailor Mercury, Kyliezz as Sailor Mars, and Juana Guadalupe as Sailor Jupiter. What did we think?
Well, I thought all 4 of these were good, but none of them blew me away, to be honest. I think I probably liked Juana the best of this group because she was kind of giving me a good, I don't know if her character's a villain, but I was getting major villain energy from her. I know the judges really loved her dancing, but I was not that impressed with her dancing. I felt like she was trying to keep up the whole time, but her characterization was what worked for me. And I like Kelly's dancing, but honestly, the recorded track of her singing, I did not like. It just felt a little I don't know, a whiny tone to it. So that's what kind of put me off for her. Kyliezz did impress me because my expectations for her were quite low. And she definitely did better than I expected. Dimittra, I thought she was good, but she was just somebody I forgot about by the end of the night as far as performances go.
30 seconds. Kyliezz, I like the most. Guadalupe, Juana Guadalupe. I thought her character was my favorite character out of all of them. I thought Kyliezz just performed it better. Dimittra and Kelly were good. They were decent.
I think of these 4, I think my favorite performance was actually Dimittra. I didn't realize it was Dimittra when she came out because of just how different her makeup was, and I mean that in the best possible way.
Shantelle.
I thought it was Shantelle as well. And then I realized it was Dimittra, and I was like, oh my God, that's incredible. She had my favorite song as well. Her, and we'll talk about Shantelle in a second, they had my favorite songs of the whole thing. I thought Kyliezz did really well, actually. What she did and the way that she adapted this challenge to her skill set and what she does, I thought was very strong. Kelly was great as the lead. Juana slayed. I didn't know what I was going to expect from Juana in this, but I really thought she did very well. So, and now we've got our second group featuring Cattriona as Sailor Venus, Ariel and Aries performing together, which I didn't understand personally, but regardless, Ariel as Sailor Neptune, Aries as Sailor Uranus, Electra as Sailor Pluto, and Shantelle as Sailor Saturn.
Okay, this is where I have hot takes because overall, this second half I enjoyed much better than the first half. I really like Cattriona. She comes out like doing this like duck walk, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's so good. And I thought she had so much energy, and then she ends it with that backflip, and I'm like, come on, girl, come on. And then I thought Ariel and Aries had good chemistry together. I thought they performed it well. So I was writing notes and I'm like, okay, I'm liking this group. I like Cattriona. So I was like, they seem like contenders for the top. And then Electra came out and it was kind of a momentum killer for me because I just did not feel like she had the energy that the song required. It felt a little bit lackluster. And Electra's my favorite. So I'm just trying to be fair with her. And I didn't like her makeup. But I did think Shantelle ended strong. She was probably my fourth favorite overall behind the people on top in this picture.
Okay, so hot take. I liked Electra's. I thought Electra was good to me. I don't know why I did. I liked the way she used the prop of the tick tock. I was like, okay, really like that. I thought it was fine. My favorite in this group was Cattriona. I think Cattriona like slayed that this
Mhm.
whole part. And I enjoyed Aries and Ariel, but I could see what the judges said about not connecting as well. But I think they did. I don't think the connection was bad. I just think it was kind of like I don't know if it was more trying to upstage each other or trying to outperform each other, but it was something missing with the rhythm with them, and it kind of felt like two separate performances instead of two people performing together. That was the only thing, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, and I think who ended it? Who's that?
Shantelle.
Shantelle.
Chantel. I think she ended it perfectly. I thought it was really good, and how she did the whole thing with Benedito and was like, I kind of really, I think she ended it the best it needed to be ended. I thought it brought the story together. She did good.
I
I didn't
love that
think
we
I'd
have,
say something about Chantel.
yeah, I love that we have three different opinions on this group because I
Hmm.
thought I agree with you completely, Lana, and I'm glad you brought up Ariel and Aries were not in sync at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think both of them individually performed fine,
Mm-hmm.
but they performed individually
Yep.
fine. And that's what did it for me. It
Mm-hmm.
really, I couldn't agree with you more when you said that it felt like they were trying to upstage each other because I really think that's what it was. And they had just had that confrontation
Yep.
in the Knicks lounge about Arias being favored by production. So I really do think, I feel like Ariel was trying to upstage Arias in this. Also, their song, The Worst. Drink every time they said shorties. Actually, don't. You would go to the hospital for alcohol poisoning. Like, I thought everybody else's song was like cute, lovely. I got it. I got it for them. I thought it was cute, meaningful, whatever. Their song was the biggest just piece of fluff. It was just like, we're shorties. Yeah, we're shorties. We're the best because we're shorties. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't. I think Electra did fine. I think overall she was my least favorite performance only because I think she was very stiff in her movement. Actually, no, that's a lie. Aries and Ariel. But beyond that, I thought she was a little stiff, but I thought what she performed was good. I loved her look here. This long neon green wig, I absolutely loved. I thought Cattriona and Shantelle were the two strongest performances.
Mm-hmm.
Shantelle was actually my favorite performance. I just think her lyrics were so good, very, very meaningful, as you can tell. I don't know exactly what the meaning behind like the specific metaphors are, but whatever it is, girl, whatever you've been through, props to you. Props to you. And I thought Cattriona, she's a dancer. Point blank in the period. She's a dancer. And we'll talk more about it later. But but yeah, I thought overall it was good. It's fine.
Yeah, I didn't realize it would be so like one person.
Right.
I didn't either, and then I was like, "Oh, that's just how we're doing it." Okay, cool.
And see, and there's the difference. Okay, I see that's the difference from the musicals to the musical. Everybody has a performance and a thing instead of it being like a play.
I kind of like that better, if I'm being honest.
I'm not gonna say I like it better because I'm not gonna say I like it better because it's just so long. It's just so long. Sure. It just makes the episode so much longer. But I like that everybody gets a chance to perform and have their moment. But
this is your moment. Have it. And they all did.
And they all had it.
What I will say is, like, as far as like a musical, the way we see it on Drag Race is significantly better for storytelling.
Right.
This was better for being able to judge people on how well they're doing.
On their actual the performing of it all.
Yes, because they each had their specific time. They were the only person to focus on, except for Aries and Ariel.
Which is stupid, but okay.
I think it comes down to their Sailor Moon characters, but even then, like, whatever.
Or they just wanted you to be able to put 4 pictures on each slide.
Yes.
They were thinking about you.
I appreciate that, truly, honestly, and genuinely. I will say I looked it up, David. As far as I am concerned, and as far as the fandom wikis are calling her, I do believe that Alexis is a cis woman.
Oh, really?
That's what it looks like. That's what everything I'm seeing is talking about, using different outdated terms. I won't say it, but I believe she is a cis woman.
Okay, because I can completely see that too.
Which I think would maybe make her the first cis woman to win a drag competition series.
Okay.
I think there's one other cis woman at this point, and it was on Camp Wanakiki.
Wow.
So I believe she is the first. Which is so cunt if she is. I love that, honestly. It really makes me love her even more, honestly. But let's talk about La Más Azul Peltre.
We're blue.
Blue. Pewter blue.
Pewter blue. Every time I hear pewter, I think of Mater.
Mater.
Why?
The pewter.
Oh. Anyway.
Going to eat, Lily.
Yep. That was my cat's automatic feeder.
Good. You're good. First up, Cattriona.
I'll go first.
Yes, I'm gonna let you go.
I think that sounds great.
So as far as the look goes, I think it looks good. Like, this is a good look for her. I actually like the red hair with it. It kind of gives me like Southwestern girl, like going to the rodeo and boot scoot boogie. The only issue though was that she's got those like long, like bell bottom type of pants, and I don't think she really thought about like how to walk in those, because there were a few stumbles. And if there's one thing Lamas is going to do, if somebody stumbles, they are not going to let you miss it. They're going to have like this intense like sound effect, like Wait, did you see that? Did you see that? Did you catch that?
Did you catch it?
It's not like she did it once and then finished. She did it twice.
And I would not have noticed the second one. Because that's when she was duck walking again. And then they go shring. And I'm like,
she fell over.
Oh, I don't think she fell over. I think she might have
she was mid duck walk and then kind of like leaned over instead of just like standing up.
Well, anyways, they wanted us to see. So okay, we saw it. We saw it. But overall, I thought as a look and most of her delivery was pretty good. Nothing amazing. We've seen better from her, but
we've seen worse from her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true. So, yeah, that's my thoughts.
I love this color. I love this blue. I love the shimmy, the metallic of the blue that she picked, and then along with the matte of the blue that she has, the mix and match of the matte and the metallic. It's beautiful. I kind of really like it. I do think she could have just cut off a couple of inches on the bell bottoms to the mix so she could walk in it better. And because I think Yardi was like, look, we're petite girls. We have to cut off a couple of inches off of our clothes sometimes because they just don't come in the right length. And if she would have did that, I think this would have been, she would have performed it better because the look itself is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the performance of the look that kind of takes stuff away from it. But I don't think it was horrible, honestly. I don't think it was a bad overall thing. She only tripped twice. It wasn't like she fell and or just like fell off the stage or nothing, but it wasn't that bad. I didn't think it was horrible. But it's a beautiful color, and it just I think our makeup and everything looks great.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cattriona was a little bit sabotaged by this week and the way that it was judged. And I'm not talking about anything that the judges specifically did. I'm talking about the way it was judged. Because A, you have 5 judges. And B, the judges are splitting their score between the musical and the runway. So realistically, if I'm looking at this right, there were 10 points for the musical and 10 points for the runway, which means each judge only could give her 1 star or 2 stars for this runway. Now, if I'm thinking about this wrong, please let me know in the comments, everyone. But I feel like if this was judged as a traditional runway, I don't think she would have ended up in the bottom 2. I think if you take the musical and the runway into consideration, I feel like a lot of people probably would have given her 3 stars on an average week because the look is good. Yes, she did stumble a little bit. My point with saying all of this is I think the formatting of this week really did her in, and it's ultimately what landed her in the bottom because I think otherwise I don't think she ends up in the bottom 3. I don't think she ends up in the bottom 2. But I really love this look. I agree with what you said, Lana. If she just chopped off 2 inches off those bell bottoms, this would have been perfection for me. I love the detail in this corset and then the sort of echoed detail in the puff sleeve. I love that. And I love this wig, this ginger ponytail with the little bits of that silvery pewter blue in it. So good. And her makeup has she might be the most consistent with makeup on this season. From start to finish. I think she's one of the most consistent, for sure. I don't know what consistent is in Spanish, but I was going to say la más consistent, but we're just going to go with that. But yeah, scores.
I gave her 75.
I'll give her 85.
Oh, I almost just choked. I give her an 82. And the worst part, I almost choked on my own spit. What is that?
No.
Let's talk about Ariel.
Yeah, this is where I first was like, wait, spoons? Because I didn't understand what spoons had to do with anything. And then I kept seeing, oh, she's not the only one. But I thought it kind of made a cool concept. I like the blue face on her, like the blue kind of circular ring face. I don't know. And what I also liked was how she moved, and all of the spoons would just kind of like move with her. Um, I just wanted something more, because it just felt like it was missing something. Um, I'm not sure if it was the shape, but I don't know. There could have been something that just would have brought it up a level. But overall, I thought she looked pretty good. Yeah, I do like this.
I like this look a lot. I really did enjoy this. I like the spoons concept because she took something that wasn't traditional and something that was different and difficult to like work with and made a whole dress of spoons. So you're not going to get a whole lot of shape when your whole dress is spoons. But I like the way it moved on stage. My only gripe is I wish she would have left the tail on a little bit longer. Because like she walked out and then it just fell off, and I was like, did it fall off? Or did she take it off?
I think
I
she
wa-
took it off.
I needed her to at least like walk the runway with it on, get to the
Mhm.
middle, take it off, and then walk again. Like they
Sure.
give you so much time on the runway that she could do that. I just felt like I didn't see that part long enough, and I thought that was such a cool part of the dress. And I love that it was a loud dress and it made all that noise when she walked. I was like, yes, I'm here for it. I did not care for the makeup with that thing on her head. That was my only thing I didn't like about it. Everything else, I thought the dress was a pretty beautifully made. I just didn't like the makeup as much, but I understand why she did the makeup like that and why she had that on there because she's the spoon,
She's
and I
she's
get it.
she's the spoon.
She's the spoon, and I get it, but I don't like it.
That's fair. That's completely fair. Um, this is my favorite look of the week.
Mm.
And when she landed it in the bottom, I was like, "What the do you mean?" And I get it, I guess. This week was just very like everyone was consistent and everyone was good, so I understand. Um, I love that she used the spoons here because a lot of cookware, hi, I'm using one, is made out of pewter. And so I really love that her, and we'll talk about Electra as well, because she was the other main one that really used pewter spoons. I thought taking that and just making that the entire concept of the gown, I thought was really, really cool. What I wish though is I wish, because I like the makeup and I like the hair and I like the way that she presented it and everything like that. I wish it was a column dress with the spoons on it to, and then with the same makeup to replicate that she like her dress is the handle of a spoon and then her face is the spoon. It would have been like spoonception, and I really would have enjoyed that. But overall, this is my favorite look of the week. The way this moved on the runway, I have not seen a garment move like this in a very like I haven't seen many that move like this so effortlessly and beautifully, and the way that she modeled it was so fantastic. So, I mean, if she was going to go out this week, at least it's going out on a major high for me. So, scores.
I gave this an 80.
I would give this an 88 because I really liked it.
My spoon is overflowing. My pewter spoon is overflowing,
I love that.
and my cup is too.
Hmm.
This pewter mug is overflowing. Caracas.
Oh, Kelly. I love you, Kelly. I love you, Kelly. This is not my favorite look that she's had. I think the shape, the silhouette is just it feels like something I've seen so many times, and it feels like something I've seen so many times from her. I just have really high expectations for her, so she disappoints me sometimes. And her makeup, like I'm not loving her makeup this week. It kind of looks a little blotchy in parts. I did like whatever was going on with I don't even know what that is. Like there's some sort of framing effect going on behind her.
Oh,
And I did
So
like that.
they're
the back
wings.
piece, the wings.
Are those wings?
Yeah, those
Okay.
Yeah,
wings.
they're wings.
Okay. I didn't get wings from it, but I did like that because at least it added some size. And she really needs that because she's so tiny and she looks tiny on the runway. But overall, I thought she was fine. I want to see that really, really, really strong Kelly that we've seen a few times.
I I think I'm not. I I understand, but I don't. I kind of disagree a little bit, but I might agree some. I don't know. I think I'm in the middle because I do think that she could do more. I We've seen Kelly do so much better, and I don't know. But I do like this. I like the whole, like the back of this. I like the wings. I like that train that she had on before she took it off, and I enjoyed that. Like the first picture, I really like how that looks. I love the that the hair matches the bodysuit perfectly. I do agree with you about the makeup. I'm not crazy about the makeup, but I understand. Here it is, another one. I understand why the makeup looks that way. I'm
Sure.
just not crazy about it. It makes sense,
Yeah.
but I don't really like it. But I love the headpiece. I love the. I think she looks pretty. I just want a little bit more.
The one thing I do want to say quickly is I did appreciate that she brought back the protest drag since Alexis is gone. I'm like, okay, you do that in her honor.
I don't know if it was in her honor, but
Probably.
I think the concept is, I think it's her interpretation of an angel. Again, I could be wrong,
A
but
trans angel.
that's the vibe that I was getting from the whole presentation, the wings. I don't care that I've seen this a few times from Kelly. I really enjoyed this. I think, is it a silhouette we've seen before on her? Yes. Does she look good here? Absolutely. I love the wings. The way it's just like this bare bone with like a little bit of, I think, sheer between all of the different branches of the wings. I really like that. I think the headpiece is good. I will agree on the makeup. I think the difficult thing here is I think she was using paper eyebrows, or at least that's the effect that I got watching it, because the eyebrows kind of came off her face. So I know they're not painted on. But whatever the effect that whatever the eyebrows were doing, it just didn't work for me fully. But otherwise, I really enjoyed it. So, scores.
I still gave it a 74. So I didn't hate it. I just want more.
Okay, well, you can't have high expectations for her and then judge people fairly, David Healy.
I am. I'm judging them based on my opinion, which is fair.
Okay. I am going to give her an 85. And I don't know about Lana because she's not here.
I see 78.
You think that's what she's going to give her?
I mean, that's what's in her name.
Oh my god, I hate you. I hate you so much.
No, she's going to give her higher than 78.
Yeah. Should we predict what score she's going to give?
I'm going to predict she's going to give this an 87.
And I think Lana's going to give this an 88. And Lana, what are you giving this?
I'm going to give this an 82.
Oop.
Oh. All right, then.
I'm sorry, I nearly died.
Oh, no.
Well, we were trying our best to stall while you were nearly dying.
Thank you.
Aries.
David?
Okay. I already know this is unpopular, but I was obsessed with this. She came out with that face piece, a mask, and I was like, whoa! Like, I literally was like just mesmerized her whole performance. And she took it off, and I loved her makeup. I think this makeup is some of the she for me is the most consistent with makeup. Like, and I love the contacts. I love the silhouette that she's got going on here. Just this was my favorite look of the week. Like, even like all the like jewels in the hair, and I don't know what's creating this effect at the wig line there. I don't know. I was so into it. She kind of reminded me of like an extremely polished Crystal Method.
But every drag artist is unique in their own separate, lovely, wonderful ways.
Yep.
Okay. Excuse me. So I don't hate this look. Let me start off by saying that. Because I do think Aries is a very consistent. She's been very consistent throughout this entire season. She pumps out some really, really good and interesting and amazing looks. Wow, when she walked out with the face piece, I was like you, David. I was like, whoa, what is this? And it was beautiful. She took it off, and I was like, wow, her makeup is beautiful. But then I was like, but I want it to be blue. It's so. I had to agree with Latal. I was like, dang, it's taken away from the whole pewter blue. Even though her whole outfit is blue, I want the makeup to match the outfit. Maybe she felt like it'd be too blue. I just don't think the purple was necessary. Even if she did like a different shade of blue or a darker blue, I just wanted it to be blue. I don't know why. I just wanted it to be blue. But what?
I was gonna say, like, we see girls come out with like red wigs, like red-haired wigs, and like, why are they not dinged for that? Like, that's not blue. I don't mind a little pop of a different color.
I mean, I don't. Go ahead.
I was gonna say orange is the complement of blue. I agree with you. I'm just saying, like, I agree with what you're saying regarding that.
Yeah.
I just think with the makeup specifically, I think the blues and the purples, and I was gonna bring this up as well, Lana. I just think I think the purples and the pinks really distracted from it, whereas I think these orange wigs are not necessarily distracting from the overall look.
It didn't distract me.
I mean, I don't like I said, I don't hate it. I think she did well with the pinks and the blue and the purples and the makeup. It's done well. I just wanted more blue. I wanted more blue to go to counteract a lot of the other blue. I don't know. But what I'll say about this outfit, I really, really liked the outfit. I love the sleeves on this outfit, and I like the skirt on this outfit. Her face mask was the thing that just made me go, just took my breath away. But I all in all, I think consistency wise, she's good. She's really, really good. I just think this wasn't the best look for her this week, but it by far wasn't bad or the worst. Like, I don't believe she should have ended up in the bottom, but that's just me. That's just me. I just realized I lost my bonnet in my coffin fit.
Oh, good.
Here it is.
Good. I think honestly, this would be my least favorite of the looks that Aries has shown this season, but I don't think it's bad by any means of the imagination. I already talked about the makeup, so I won't go on and on about it. I think the difficulty for me is that the corset pieces were kind of falling apart. They were coming off. I think the skirt is lovely, but I think the way she modeled it was a little clunky.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked the blood effect that she had, because pewter is like, I believe, and correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, believe it's like pewter is toxic, and so a lot of people years and years ago died from like basically pewter poisoning. So I think that's the effect she was trying to go with. And I think Jody was talking about that as well on the runway. I wish she had taken that concept and ran with it, because it feels like she just kind of like, it was a mention. Oh, I'm going to cough up 2 bits of blood. Like, I wanted it to be more. And then I also wanted it to be pewter blood. Like, if she had just started bleeding blue blood out of her mouth, that would have done it for me. But she didn't. But I definitely don't think this is bad. I also don't like the wig and the way this is done. I don't know what else I would do, but I don't enjoy this kind of like straight to the head, slicked back moment. It's just not my favorite thing in the world. But yeah, scores.
95.
Uh, 89.
75.
Well, Julie.
This is Shantelle. I was like, is this Shantelle? This is Shantelle.
Yeah, it's Shantelle.
Okay. First of all, I will say her makeup looks really, really good.
It's so good.
This is some good makeup from her. And I also really liked the story she had going on with the dragon, and she was a warrior. I was like, you are really, really selling this basic look.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because the look itself really, and she said it at the beginning of the
Yeah.
episode. She's like, this is my least favorite look I brought.
Yeah.
And I can see why. Um, she really didn't have a lot going on here. Like, it's this front piece, which is kind of an interesting shape, but then you see so much black, like between the boots and her panties, her black panties, and like whatever it's attached to around her, or corset. It's just like, it feels like the blue is just like stuck on her, you know.
Mm-hmm.
um this was her week where she had a look that just felt like an afterthought compared to all of her other looks. So I'm definitely giving her bonus points for her performance and how she sold it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's definitely not her best look.
Yeah. No, look wise, this was simple, basic, everything that you just said it was. It wasn't great. It wasn't nothing spectacular about the look at all. Like nothing besides her makeup. That was the only spectacular thing about this look. I didn't even like the wig, but that's just me. But the makeup itself, great. Everything else, basic. But you cannot take away the fact that she sold the heck out of this and she
Mhm.
performed this. And I think that's what saved her so much because she sold it. And that's why I'm like, even when you, that's why we get so upset watching some of these other queens, where I'm like, even when you have a not so great look or a really good look, you still got to perform it. Like, don't come out and just rest on the laurels of, oh, I have this amazing look, or oh, my look is so bad and I don't really know what to do with it. You have to just sell it. I don't care how bad it is or how good it is, because even if you have a great look and you don't sell it, I'm not impressed. And she just sold it. She sold it because I was like, when she walked out, I was like, oh, this is, what is this? No, girl. And she told us this is gonna be a bad look. This is just not my week. But she sold it, and I can't do nothing but give her props for that. She was good. She was good.
I mean, yeah, it's not great at all.
No.
I mean, what saved her is the fact that she got a 10 in the musical. That's
Mm,
what saved her more than anything, because she wasn't
Mhm.
even. Um, she was like, I think, the safest, like middle of the group overall. Um, yeah, I think the makeup is great. I like the choker. The garment is whatever. She sold it, but the garment is whatever.
mm-hmm. It's whatever.
Scores.
uh, she better be glad that she performed the heck out of this. I gave her a
Mm-hmm.
72.
I would just give her 70.
I'm gonna give her a 77. Juana Guadalupe.
Okay. Let me just say, when she came out, I thought she was about to give me a childhood memory.
Mm.
I thought she was about to be Skeletor from He-Man. And
Could
I
you
was going to be like,
imagine?
yes, girl, yes. And then she took it off, and I was like, oh, not Skeletor at
No,
all.
girl, no.
Girl, I was like, oh, not Skeletor at all. But okay, work, work. I love the hair. I love her hair. I love this big bow. And when she fooled me with the skeleton head, I thought it was Skeletor. I was about to be very excited. I liked the cloak, but then when she took it off and she was like drums, I was like, okay, what does this mean? But I was like, is it something cultural? Am I missing something? Is this like something, a festival that they do? Like, she a marching band? What is happening? I don't know, but I'm grooving with it. I'm living with it. I'm vibing with it. It's fine. It was okay. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't super great. It was just okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the same page as you here. So when you come out looking like she does in that huge coat, you're setting my expectations high. I'm
Hmm.
expecting a big reveal. I'm expecting my mind to be blown. So when she tossed it off and we saw these tiny little drums
Right.
and she's got her two little spoons and she starts clearly not really drumming on them. It was like,
I was
oh,
like,
is
are
that
these
it?
pots? Are these pots and pans?
I think that is actually the effect that she was
I
going
think
for
they're
with that.
pots.
Yeah. You
And which
you
is
could be right.
fine.
And
Which is fine.
it was still good. My problem is she set my expectations high, not only from that huge jacket, but what we've seen from her in the past. And
Hmm.
so I was just slightly underwhelmed. Almost anybody else would have done this, and I would be like, okay, come on. But I know she can do better than this. I
Hmm.
don't think she was Lamas this week. And that's coming from somebody who loves me some Juana.
I agree, and she's on my team.
Mhm.
And I love me some Juana, but I was like, Lamas this week? Mm.
Even if you're factoring in runway and
And
challenge,
challenge?
no,
La
Mm.
Media,
La,
probably.
Amelia.
la media, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I was underwhelmed, I'll be honest. I will say this top right photo, just in the face and the expression she's giving, reminds me of Olympia Avalanche from the British drag duo Novimpia. If you know, you know. But I can't stop. I see that photo and I can't
But
stop
all
thinking
drag is
that.
valid and blah blah blah.
I'm saying in the face. I'm not saying she reminds me of. I'm saying this specific photo.
But all drag queens
But
are unique in whatever. And let's see, you don't like it. See how you don't like it when we do it to you? See how you don't like it?
the thing is, I'm not comparing her drag
Mm.
to Olympia. I'm comparing the way her face physically looks.
To Olympia. But all faces are uniquely different and special.
This look is fine, Scully.
I gave I gave her an 84.
I gave her 85.
78.
Oh,
And that's karma for the way you just treated me. Next up,
What happened?
oh, your
oh,
mic
your
went
mic away.
off.
Oh, I didn't know.
Well, the
See how
viewers did.
well, it doesn't really matter because I'm back. Electra.
Walpurgis.
Electra, mi amor. I
Mi
love
amor.
Electra. I
Mi
love
amor.
Electra, and I really, really, really like this look a lot. I think she did something really interesting with the spoons here. And
Mhm.
this was when I'm like, okay, because we've seen a few people do it, and I was like, huh? But then I saw this, and I'm like, okay, I don't understand it, but I'm living for it. And she's one of the like, we've seen this quite a bit on drag shows where people have skirts or dresses that are so tight that they're really hard to walk in. But she sold it. She still like scampered down the runway in this creative way, and like I was really enjoying her performance of this. And I will say the only thing, and every judge mentioned it, but it stood out to me too. But I'm like, why does that headpiece keep getting further and further to the side? And I was like, didn't it start straight up? I don't know if it did or not, but it definitely was noticeable by the end. So it was hanging on by a prayer. It was a little distracting, but overall I still thought she looked really great.
I like how she walked the runway. Honestly, I like those little skimper. Um, It looked like she was gliding almost, but in a it was I liked it. I do agree that headpiece. Oh geez, I was like, oh Lord, it's falling. It's falling. If she should just glued it or something, I don't know. It was just it was distracting. But overall, I like this look. I thought it was good.
I'm back. This might be my least favorite thing that Electra has presented, but I do still really enjoy it. I think the concept is fun. I agree. I love what she did with the spoons here. And I love the just this long ass wig. This wig did not need to be this long, but I love that it's this long.
Look, what is that? 32, 44 inches.
This is no, that's more.
What is that?
Probably 48.
I'm about to say, you know the reference I just said.
I sure do. Ooh, we're not bringing her up right now. Ooh, she's in hot water. She's in hot water right now.
Okay.
Not Lux, Irene. Yeah, the headpiece was distracting.
Mm-hmm.
And I do wish she could move a little bit better. I get that it's for this look and it's for this concept, and I understand that. But yeah, it's good. Scores.
She's gonna get a 91 from me.
She's gonna get an 88 from me.
I'm gonna give her an 80. Dimittra.
So this was my favorite look of the night. I'm just gonna put that out there. Everybody keeps talking about everybody else's favorite look. This was my favorite look of the night. I liked everything about this look. I liked her attitude. I liked her makeup. I liked the outfit. I liked everything. I love Dimittra this week. I was a fan of Dimittra this week. I was like, period, girl. This is who I thought should have won this week. Honestly, straight up, 100% should have won this week. I think she did a really good job. She looks fabulous, and I love this outfit.
Yeah, I definitely agree. This is by far one of the best looks on the runway this week. And I really like that she just presented it with so much joy.
Yes.
Like that smile never left her face. She just had so much energy. She was bobbing around with her little stereo she had the whole time. Um, it was just so creative and so punk. And her makeup was grade A, spot on perfection. Yeah, definitely one of the best looks of this week for sure.
This was right behind Ariel for my favorite look, by far, no question. And I do agree also, Lana, she should have won. She should have won. This was her week to win. And I'm worried now that if she didn't win this week, when are they going to give her a win?
Yeah.
So I'm worried for my dearest darling angel. But this was great. The way she presented this was great. The look itself, just the way this is kind of like pieced together. The whole headpiece is so cool. The makeup is great. This patchwork effect is just so strong. I will say, if there was one thing I was going to take off for, it's that the panel in the middle section was a little bit loose and bunching up. But I don't even care that much. Scores.
I gave this a 93.
I'm giving this my first full cup tonight.
It's also full for me, for sure.
For sure. So good.
La Kyliezz. I'm glad we're going in this order because I think the critiques are only going to get better.
Yep. I didn't love this. So she comes out in this robe with some feathers, I guess, glued on there. And I was like, okay, I don't like this. Please tell me there's more. Please tell me there's more than this. And then she took it off, and we get this nude illusion with a little like pewter blue sperm on it. I get
The
that
sperm!
I get that they're supposed to be spoons, but they look like sperm. And I don't know. It it didn't quite work for me. I will say this was probably one of the better deliveries. Lana. Lana, I'm sorry. This was one of her better deliveries on the runway recently. Like, it's still not amazing, but compared to what we've seen from her in previous weeks, it seemed like she felt a little bit more comfortable on the runway, so I appreciated that from her. But the look left a lot to be desired for me.
I can't stop seeing that now.
The blue sperm. It's like Avatar sperm.
God damn it.
Or Smurf sperm. I don't
I
know.
cannot stop seeing that now. Oh my god. Oh geez. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna even look at that bottom picture. I'm just gonna Okay. Who is late and I'm already delirious? Okay, here we go. I agree with you with the robe. I was like, oh please let it be something else under this robe because I can't this robe just can't be it. I don't want it was very giving me very housewife kind of, waking up in the morning, cooking the kids some breakfast in my little housewife robe and but I got to keep my makeup on because my man likes me to cook my makeup and be cute. Well, then she took it off and the dress was underneath. I was like, oh, okay. I get the spoons. I see the spoon thing. But
The
shut up,
spoon?
David. I'm trying to get through this. And it was, I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it, hate it, hate it. I didn't love it, love it, love it. I thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I desired more, but I don't know what more else I wanted. So it was okay.
I really enjoyed this. And I know I'm in the minority here, and I
Mhm.
don't care because I love Kyliezz.
Mhm.
Other than the La Mas Nahua last week, this is my favorite thing she's worn on the runway. And I'm going to tell you why. Wig, perfect. The way it just cascades down, so good. Her makeup here, this is some of the best makeup she's had this season. I think it's really good. I love that what Lita was saying, she adapted her makeup with the blue tones because I don't think she wears blue in her makeup all that often. So, I like that she incorporated that. I really like this robe. It fits really well. It's a beautiful color. I like all the feathering detail on it, the feathering on the cuffs as well. I thought that was really good. And then she takes it off, and we always complain about bad nude illusions, but we never highlight, or almost never highlight, the nude illusions that are seamless. And this nude illusion is seamless. And I want to give her the props for that because it's a seamless transition. It fit her beautifully. The way this is set with kind of the fringe at the bottom of the dress is gorgeous. I thought it was wonderful. Is it simple? Yes. But is it executed almost as perfectly as she could? Yes. Scores.
Okay. It looks like she came back from a Blue Man Group bukkake or something, but I
David!
am going to give her a 67.
At least he didn't give it a 69. That would have been even worse.
That would have been better.
Uh,
I'm disappointed.
I actually am going to not be like I gave it a 77.
I wouldn't be as mad at you as I am right now, David, if you had given her a 69. I would have
I'm not
cackled.
changing it.
I would have cackled, and all would have been forgiven. But you didn't, and so I'm disappointed in you. I'm giving Kyliezz a 90. I really like it.
Oh, good. You guys are crazy.
I can't. And so we've got, some looks from the eliminated contestants to talk about.
Jesus.
Unfortunately, we have to talk about all 5, but we're going to go very quickly.
Some are okay.
Some are better than others, and we're starting
with the best.
We're starting strongest with Onk.
Here, girl.
This is one of the best things I've seen on this season.
If she was if she was still in the competition, she would have ate all them up. Everybody on that page would have got ate up.
Should be.
Well, she should be, but she would have ate every last one of them up on this with this look. Just putting it out there. Cheers, girl. Full cup for me.
Yeah, I agree. I will say, I was on Instagram today, and the little For You page that shows you like suggestions of things to click, it was like a bunch of hot guys for some reason. I don't know why. And then up in the top corner was a picture of somebody in blue drag. And I usually don't even like click on any of these For You things, but I'm like, what is this? What is this? And I clicked it and I'm like, oh, this is from La Mas. Who is this? And then I saw it was Ankh, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Yeah, this absolutely a fool for me. One of the best looks this season. One of the best looks this year.
David, you don't know why that For You page is full of hot guys. And
I was about to say, because David wants to come back from a Blue Man Group bukkake.
I'm about to say, you don't know why that's suggested for you. Because that's your
my Instagram Explore page is hot beefy men and drag. I wonder why.
Because that's who you follow. Okay, but anyway,
y'all over here giving this a full cup, baby. This is overflowing. This is one of the best things.
Oh, baby, this is one of
the best things I've seen on La Mas this season.
I'll give it overflowing.
Thank you.
My cup is under the sea with Ariel
like
and
there's 2 cups: the pewter cup and the cup mug. Both of them overflowing.
Warrior, like undersea monster.
Ursula, like she said, was like it was like Ursula and underwater more. So good.
David wouldn't know the explanation because David watches this at 2 times speed.
With no subtitles.
There's no subtitles. Next up is Mizz Peaches.
Come on, Mizz Peaches. That's all I have.
Come on, what?
Come on, Mizz Peaches.
Do something else, Mizz Peaches. Come on, Mizz Peaches. Give us something else.
This is different.
Mizz Peaches was, y'all, I'm going to say this before. I said it before and I will say it again. Mizz Peaches was not ready for this competition. And they ought to be shamed for them for casting Mizz Peaches in this competition when she was not ready. Her drag is not there yet. She is not ready for this competition. This is something she bought out of the mall on Amazon. And she put one of those blue cosplay wigs on her head. This was not it. She was not ready for this competition. And every week we see her, it shows me that she was not ready for this competition. I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm distracted. There's a bug crawling around on my floor.
Get it.
No, I don't know where it is anymore. I've called reinforcements.
Scoop it up.
No, I don't know where it is. I think this is one of the best things Peaches has worn on this season.
Well, Julie.
Oh no.
Okay.
Not well, Julie.
Well, Julie. Okay. David, you think it's one of the best things she won this competition?
Well, I don't know, because the bar's kind of low, so who knows?
Oh, well, okay. I guess that's all I have to say. Scores?
I'll give it 51.
I'm not gonna be so nice. She is getting a 20.
You gave her a 20?
20.
And you gave her a 51, David?
Yeah.
Add them up. I'll give her a 71. I'm gonna give her a 70, but that's better.
That's so nice.
Bitch, Braulio. Bitch.
I love me some Braulio, and I think this is a very, very good look. Do I think it's a good drag look? Or even a drag monster look?
Yes.
I'm not so sure.
I think it's a good drag monster look. I don't think it's a good drag look.
It's a monster look for me. I'm not getting drag monster from it.
I agree with you.
I can see that.
You know what? No, I'm getting drag monster. I'm getting drag monster from it. And you want to know why? It's because it's campy. if it wasn't a drag monster, it wouldn't be giving like she wouldn't have the fisting gloves on. She wouldn't be. I'm gonna go ahead and assume because I'm pretty sure what she's doing is lubing up her fisting gloves.
Yep, that's exactly what she's doing.
For part 2 of the Blue Man Group Bukkake. But no, that's what makes it drag monster for me. And that's really why I like it.
Go ahead.
The only other thing that I had to say about it is I wish it had been, I don't know. I would love to see her explore having curves, because we never really get that from Braulio.
It's not going to happen.
I think it can. But I do like it. I'm intrigued by what I see, for sure.
I like the makeup job. I think Braulio should always give us some good makeup.
Is that makeup?
It's definitely got to be makeup and
prosthetics. I thought it was a mask.
No, I think it's makeup and prosthetics.
It's definitely makeup and prosthetics.
Okay.
Which that's what I love. Like, it's because if it was just a mask, and what's the point of her coming on the show? Like, would you just go put on a mask and a bodysuit? That would have been horrible.
That's kind of what I thought this was.
No,
I'm gonna wait to give my comments on something specific because she wore a mask later and it really reminded me of someone, and only David is gonna know who that is here.
But yeah, I do like her makeup. I do like her makeup and prosthetics and that she did. But I want more from Braulio. But I think this is good.
Scores?
I'll give her an 83.
I'll give her a cool 85.
I'm going to give her a solid 84.
Cool.
Okay.
Purga! That is the most enthusiastically I've ever said Purga.
I mean, the caterpillar's fine, but then when she...
But it's not pewter!
It's not pewter. But the caterpillar's fine. Once she loses the caterpillar, it's just a dress.
Yeah. And some sickening gloves. I will say, I love the gloves.
Yeah. That's it for me.
Yeah. Even the caterpillar just kind of felt like an afterthought. It felt like, how can I elevate it? Like, I wonder if she even found this in the vicinity and didn't bring it. Because it's not connected. It's not part of her outfit at all. She's literally just holding it behind her and trying to make us think it's part of her outfit. We know it's not, girl, but your outfit is fine. I like the wig. The wig is great. Interestingly.
This is a nice hair hat wig, I will say.
Yeah. So that's about it.
I like that it's jutting straight back. I love the angular nature of this wig. But yeah, the dress is a dress. I think the gloves are cunty, but that's about it. Scores.
I'll give her a 70.
55.
70. And we're ending with...
no, absolutely not. I don't know what.
Alexis Mvgler.
You know what? I'm gonna take this cup and I'm gonna turn it down and put it to the side.
You just emptied out all of Unc's juice.
I emptied it all out. I just poured it. No.
Well, the reason Braulio's not giving us curves, y'all, is because Alexis took them all.
Okay, can somebody tell me what she said with the mic here?
She's rapping.
Oh, that's right. You said that.
Her whole thing is that she's like, I'm gonna assume a Mexican rapper, one of those SoundCloud type rappers. I think the concept is so dumb and stupid, and I kind of love the concept, but the execution of this is so bad.
Yeah.
Is she wearing Converse on the stage with Mas Draga? I can't.
I gotta respect her. She's like, I'm out of the competition.
Truly.
Truly.
Trust and believe, if she had survived last week, she wouldn't have survived this one.
Not with this look.
No. Absolutely not.
There's nothing she could say to save this look. There is not a rap she could do. There's not a protest she could talk about. There's not a political statement she could have made that could have made this outfit any better. I know she did not come with this and think this was going to do something. I know.
I guess so.
Oh, child.
Scores?
I'll give her a 15.
5.
No!
Child.
Is that your score, Lana? 5?
Child. I was looking for my remote, but I couldn't
Oh
find it.
no!
I couldn't find it in time. Absolutely not. No, absolutely not scoring this nonsense. This atrocity.
Oh.
And I love Alexis Mvgler. I love her down, but
Me too.
no way am I scoring this.
For the concept.
There's some child ain't no rapper.
No, because this reminds me of a lot of people I know. This reminds me of so many people I know. For the concept alone, she's going to get a 20. I'm not going to give her anything higher than that. But for the concept alone, and the fact that the makeup looks good. Is it the same makeup she always does? Of course it is. But, like, it looks good.
If I could have found my remote fast enough, I would have been happy.
Lana's almost titties out on this podcast.
Ooh, wow.
Your nameplate is scandalous. Lana's ready for the Blue Man Group.
Scandaloso.
Ooh, a scandalo.
Scandalo.
Oh my God. Anyway, okay. We're ready to be done. Let's talk about the winner. It's Juana Guadalupe. I don't think it should have been.
I don't think it should have been, no.
I think her place in the top 3 was very justified.
Sure. I mean, it was fine.
For me, I think the top 3 would have been Dimittra, Juana, and I think, honestly, based on everything, probably Kelly? Dimittra? Yeah, I think I'm going to say Kelly over... who else was in the top?
I mean, I don't know.
Kyliezz was in the top.
Kyliezz.
No, I'm gonna say Kyliezz, actually. Now that I remember it was Kyliezz. I'm gonna say Kyliezz.
I would say the bottom 3 were the top 3. Yep. I said it.
Including Dimittra?
Because Dimittra didn't stand out to me in the musical part.
I wouldn't have put Dimittra in the bottom.
I think you're fucking crazy for being in the bottom, for putting her in the bottom.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No, he said the bottom 3 should have been at the top.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm misinterpreting what you're saying.
Yeah, you totally missed
I'm
that.
so sorry for that. Ooh, I'm tired.
No, you said Aries, so Aries.
Ariel, I was about to literally fly to where you are and fight you if you thought Dimittra should have been in the bottom.
The bottom 3 were my top 3.
I still think you're a little wild for that, but sure.
I mean,
it's your opinion and it's valid, and I get it.
You want Ariel at the top too, so it
makes sense. I said Ariel had my favorite runway.
But she wouldn't have been.
I think Ariel had my least favorite performance, and so that would have
middle her.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, I think Dimitra's performance was good as well. I thought, but I don't know. I think Juana, her performance was better than her runway look to me. I think her runway look was okay, but I think her performance was good. So. I don't know. I don't know how they judging it. To me, Dimittra should have won.
I feel so bad over my comment, David. I'm really sorry.
It's okay. I was like, you're really mad about my top 3. No,
I mean, I don't agree with it. I'm not nearly as mad. I'm just like, don't put Dimittra in the bottom.
The weird thing for me this episode is that there was not like a lot of overlap between who was good with the runway and who was good with the musical. For me, the only person for me that would have been in the top, like near the top for both, was Aries. So I would have given her the win again.
No.
I thought. I mean,
I get that. I get
For
that
me, I
based on
think
what
it
you're
would have been
saying.
Cattriona. For me, I think it would have been Cattriona because I think her performance was really good, and I think her runway was good. She just stumbled a couple of times. I don't think it was a bad runway. I think her
Shing.
look was good. Right, she's had a couple of sheens, but I don't
A
think it
couple of
was.
Again,
shings.
I don't think
and
it
ag-
was horrible.
and again, I think the way that this was judged this week really fucked over Cattriona
But
because she
yeah,
ends up in the bottom two because of it.
yeah.
Ooh.
What I find really interesting is looking at the breakdown of the scores specifically. Cattriona got an 8 in the musical and a 5 on the runway, and Ariel got a 5 in the musical and an 8 on the runway. And so they both ended with the same score. Aries just above them with 14, a 6 in the musical and an 8 on the runway. So I ultimately just say, if this was judged the way things have been judged this season,
Just on the runway.
overall, I honestly think we could have seen a bottom two of, I don't know, Cattriona and Kyliezz. I think there's a universe where that happens. I think there's a universe where Kelly somehow falls into the bottom again. She was just above Aries. She only got a 15.
Maybe Shantelle.
So maybe Shantelle, because she did so well. And if they were weighing runway more than performance, then definitely Shantelle. It could have been Shantelle and Ariel. But that's not what happened. We have Ariel and Cattriona lip syncing to Yo Te Diré by Miranda and Lali. I don't know who this other person is, but I was mildly confused, not by the lip sync itself, because I think the lip sync overall from both of them was pretty great. I was confused by this whole ass man walking into this drag competition, looking at these two very talented drag performers and saying, well, it's clear you didn't know the words to the song. And I will say, upon rewatching, Ariel didn't know all the words. But if Cattriona didn't know all the words, then they edited it out. One, it was a possible scenario, or she did a great job of hiding the moments where she didn't know the words. But to say that as a blanket statement to both of them, I thought was quite frankly rude. And the way that kind of both of the guest judges kind of just completely dismissed the fact that this was an incredible drag performance from both of them really frustrated me. And I think that's my biggest critique with Lamaze is the fact that the guest judges decide who goes home every week. But overall, Cattriona gave us one of the best lip sync performances we've seen this year.
Oh, yeah.
If not ever. I'm going to go ahead and say that.
Yep,
She fucking demolished this. As I knew she would.
Yeah, she did things I've just never seen in lip sync. So, like, I can't wait to watch it again. I wanted to go get my roommate and be like, "Come watch us!" But
back bends, front bends, splits. She did a front walkover in like 6-inch heels.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Like,
I was very impressed with her. I didn't, and here's the thing. I don't know if I agree with you, Logan, when you say it was rude to say that they didn't know the words, because it is their song. But what was funny about it is the girl was like, I don't know the words either, so it's okay. But it's still their job to know the song that you're supposed to lip sync to. So for them to point out the fact that you don't know the words, it's fine. You don't know the words. We can clearly see you didn't know the words. And Ariel even admitted to not performing the way she wanted to perform, how she knew better. And so I get it, and I understand
my difficulty is just that he made it a blanket statement to both of them, when in my opinion, based on what I've watched, and I watched it 3 times to make sure that I saw, from what I saw, Cattriona knew all the words, at least from the edited version of the lip sync we saw. That's just for me.
Yeah,
that's what I had the issue with.
And I get that, and I think maybe some editing trickery was happening, because we didn't hear them say, "You both don't know the words." You know what I'm saying? with the comment started
We didn't
off with,
see it happen.
We didn't see it happen. We didn't hear it. We didn't see him say, clearly you both don't know the words. We just heard him say, clearly you don't know the words. So he could have mentioned Ariel, but they didn't put that in.
They could have edited around and be like, Ariel, you're great. We know you didn't know the words. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
So,
it could have
totally.
So que será. But I do think Cattriona just ate this stage up. And I said that last week when she did her runway. And I was like, people don't want to go against this girl in a lip sync. Because if she know her words, she gonna eat you up. Because that's gonna be the only thing they can ding her on. Because they are not gonna be able to ding her on performance. Because she is going to perform the heck out of any song I believe they put in front of her if she knows all the words. Because the girl can dance. And what we see from Mizz, they do like these party songs, upbeat dance kind of lip syncs. So I don't know if they give us emotional lip syncs like they sometimes do on Drag Race.
I want a ballad so bad.
And we don't get a ballad. And it's
want a ballad so bad.
And it's just dancing and eating up folks and knowing she gonna eat up a whole lot of people before it's her time to go. So
and even then, I still feel like if you gave Cattriona a ballad, I feel like she could stand and deliver.
Oh yeah, because
I really do think it.
She can still sing it and do a split in the middle of
She could do, and I'm telling you, I'm not going, and just do a slow split, a slow drop split in the middle of it, and I'd just be like,
yes, girl, yes.
If we do top individual lip sync performances of the year as a video, this is going to be up there for sure. But we lose Ariel, which is really not what I expected going into this week. But then again, most eliminations on this season have kind of surprised me. But yeah, we lose Ariel. It's very, very sad and disappointing. And we're going to very quickly wrap up because we are all very tired. La más cansada. La más cansadas. But I have a draft update very, very quickly before we go. Lana.
Yes.
You are still in third.
As we should be.
With 427 points. I'm still in second place. With a bit more of a lead now, 436 points. And David, still in the lead, but not by as much as you used to be, with 482 points. I would like to point out as well, David is down to 2 team members.
But still killing us.
3 weeks in a row.
Not anymore.
David, 3 weeks in a row, David has lost a team member.
Wow.
So I still have 4. I have Kelly, Cattriona, Shantelle, and Kyliezz. David has Kelly and Electra, and Lana has Aries, Juana, and Dimittra. I think we know how this draft is going to end by the end of the season. But honest to God, with Lamas, who even knows? So thank you for joining us. If you've made it all the way through this video and you're not subscribed, what the hell are you doing? Please go subscribe. That'd be great. Hit all the buttons except for the dislike button, including our links down below where you can follow our socials at The Cup Pod. You could follow the 3 of us. You could also go get your merch, including but not limited to Cup Mug. We did that so in sync, Lana.
We did. Even though
really
mine is upside down.
But today I'm going to cheers with my Azul Peltre. But with that being said, cheers, everyone.
Cheers. Adios.
Adios.